Yo, what's good? It's your boy Derek Branch here, Memphis Wild on SportsView360.com. And today I just want to talk about, the recent news and rumors concerning the Memphis Tigers men's basketball program. Basically, over these last couple of weeks, these last couple of days, hasn't been a lot that's transpired in regards to, the roster configuration of the team. As many of you already know, I was a little late on this report, but Caleb Wells was denied a waiver to play another year with the program. They were trying to request a medical hardship waiver for him to have another year of eligibility with the team, and the NCAA denied it. They denied the initial request in May, and then they went ahead and denied the appeal earlier this week. So it is what it is on that point, on that man. And I know a lot of people out there have been saying that if he played somewhere else, that his waiver would have got approved. I'm not so sure about that because a lot of those waivers to have extra years, extra have another year of eligibility, based on what I've seen, on what I've reports that I've seen on these situations, is that they don't, the NCAA don't approve them for the most part. So that kind of stings, because if you bring him back, you know you would have a leader on this team. You would have had a guy that can play defense, that can playoff ball, can score. Um, Dude, he did it last year. Came off the bench, played starter minutes. Penny Hardaway spoke very highly of him, and whenever you talk to Penny Hardaway, he always brings up like one of the main reasons why last year's team faltered down the stretch was because of the injury, the season-ending injury to Caleb Mills. That's just plain and simple. Every time you talk to him, he brings up the Caleb Mills injury in regards to whenever he's asked why the season went the way it went last year. But Caleb Mills will not be coming back to the program. So with that being said, that leaves you still have three roster spots that are available. Three spots, three openings for this team where you can add more talent. You can add more firepower. You can add more defense players in defense, players that rim protection, players that can score. It's crucial that you find the right guys by way of the transfer portal to supplant this roster, supplant this roster. You know, and based on from what I've heard is that they're gonna start. They have already started looking at international players. International. They may point towards adding international talent to this team with those three um, opening spots, three final spots on the roster. So that's something to keep an eye out on as well. You know, and Daniel Vera Tuck, he's an international player. He's played overseas and all that, but he is originally based out of Texas. He's only a verbal commit right now. He's only committed to the program verbally, and there's no guarantee of him actually being a part of this year's team. So So that's something else to like think about as well. I mean, even if he did commit, if he like signs on the dotted line that he's coming to the program, I don't know. Like, I, I mean, if he comes there, I'm pretty much sure that he's gonna find out his intention. He has intentions on playing for this team this upcoming season. I don't think Hardaway would sign that kid, like a kid of that caliber, and not feature him in his team on with his the current roster, you know. So it just that's pretty much has been the talk lately for Memphis basketball. It hasn't been a whole lot of moves here and there. It's been for the most part more than anything has been a lot of administration news that has been put out. We got a new AD, Ed Scott, a new conference not commander, new conference commissioner in the AAC. Uh, Tim Maritelli or something like that. I think that's his name. Previous commissioner, he is retiring. So there's that. You know what I'm saying? It's not a whole lot of moves, a whole lot of transactions in regards to filling that roster. And he still has a lot of time left. It's July. Today is July 5th. In the month of July, you got August, September, October. July, August, September, October. You got pretty much 4 months to add personnel to this roster. But other than that, man, the core pieces are intact. Penny Hardaway is just looking for those extra 2 or 3 guys that can, come in and contribute and have that way you have more firepower to this lineup, you know. But he has time to do that, man. He has time to add those players. You know what I'm saying? It's not the end of the world, in my opinion, that the he's still looking for players. And a lot of people are down on this team because of what went down last season, and a lot of people and the moves made in the transfer portal. They're not. I won't consider it. People don't consider it to be these big time splash moves. Maybe if you made the tournament, if you made the tournament this past season, then maybe people will be a little more excited. But that kind of that the way the season turned out last year, the end of the season, the way it turned out, it's kind of put a to me a damper on people's expectations. Because started off 15-2, got their hopes up, struggled down the stretch in conference play, and people are just kind of in this holding pattern waiting to see what the next moves are going to be. They're waiting to see how this team is going to perform on the court, and you can't really blame them for that. You can't really blame them for feeling this way. You know, People spend all kinds of money and come from all the way around the country to watch his team play. I've seen it. I see it in person. Spending money on tickets, food, parking, stuff's expensive out there. I've seen it firsthand. So I really don't fault people for feeling that way, and you have a right to. But the team there, if they're gonna fill these, they're gonna bring people in, man. It's just I don't see that happening. I don't see Penny Hardaway going the entire year, well, the entire next 3 months without adding personnel. So there's that. But if he doesn't, let's just say he doesn't. In a perfect world, I think a starting five for my projected starting five for this team would be um let's see, Tyrese Hunter, point guard. I think Tyrese Hunter is going to run point guard. Um, Jay Haggerty is going to be the two at the two spot. Three will be at the wing. I think it's going to be they could put Nicholas Jordan at the three at forward. Number four, I put at power forward. You can put Tyreek Smith there, and at the five, I think you're gonna go with Dan Danger. That's my early starting five right there. That's if no other players I add to this team. That's my starting five. Tyrese Hunter at the at point guard. PJ Haggerty at the two spot. Nicholas Jordan at the three. Tyreek Smith at power forward. Nick and Dan Danger at five. Dan Danger at the five spot. With Moises Sose coming off the bench, backing him up. But other than that, man, I think in regards to the front court, I think they're in good shape. Could they use another body, another rim protector? Sure, that'd be great. But I think I like to the strongest positions on the court right now, on the team right now, is at guard and at the I would say at center. I think you're a lot better prepared at the five spot compared to last season. You know, where you had to utilize, like I said before, you had to utilize Naquan Tomlin, um, Nicholas Jordan they had to double team centers. You know, a team's best center, and that worked in certain instances, and certain situations it didn't. You know, but I think they're in a good they're in a good spot, a good space at the center position compared to last season. You know, but other than that, man, this hasn't been a whole lot to really talk about right now in regards to Memphis basketball. Football is starting to heat up. You know, a lot of good news has been reported with Memphis Tigers football. Got a quarterback for one of the highest rated recruited talents committed to Memphis a few weeks ago. Antoine Hill, 4-star quarterback out of Georgia. And today, Raheem Hutchins, 4-star wide receiver out of Texas, committed to Memphis over teams such as Houston and Nebraska were after him as well. But football is starting to heat up, and a lot of good news has been reported. But I think they're gonna make a move eventually, man. People just gotta be patient, you know, and just wait to see how things play out. Because with this NIL, man, it's just it's a challenge. You know, with the more money that's being invested into these players, you know, from a collegiate level, the more competitive it's going to be to recruit certain players. You know, because like Memphis got FedEx money. These other programs are starting to have got money behind them like that too. You know, Nike has Oregon has Nike money. Uh, Texas LSU, Texas SMU, um, and Texas A&M, they got all money out of Texas. So the more money that's being invested into this, the more competitive it's going to be to actually recruit these players. But Peanut Hardaway, you know, you just got to be selective on who you bring in, because you focus more on the money than the actual quality of the player and how that player is going to fit with his team. You can have another situation on your hands similar to what we had last year, where players weren't fully kind of committed to the Memphis vision of what the team should look like. So those are some things to take into consideration when you're wondering if they're gonna add three more individuals. I think they will, but it's just they have to be careful on how they go about doing that. But there will be, to me, I think there will be three more players on this team. If there won't be, I still think they're a good team that can win this conference. You know, we'll see how it play out. All right, so that's y'all for right now, man. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you feel. Check out sportsview360.com for latest content on the Memphis Tigers football and basketball programs. Just go to sportsview360.com and click on the teams tab. You'll see the Memphis link there. You click on it, and all my written content will be there, and also my vlogs as well. So a lot of my videos that you see on this channel will be repurposed on that site, Sports View 360 website. So there's that. Have a blessed day. Peace. I'm out.